I'm 17. I've been kicked out of my mum's house for failing GCSEs, then out of my brother's house for eating too much. Fucking hell. Now I'm just at my grandma's house. Well, don't eat too much food at your grandma's house, boy, because you don't want to get kicked out from there. But see, there's more to the story than that. And there might be more to the story that you're unaware of. Like, okay, you failed your GCSEs, so your mum kicked you out. Like, I've never heard in my whole life, I've never heard of anyone's mum or dad kicking them out because they failed GCSEs. Now, in a Chinese household or a strict Hindu household, I mean, I would kind of expect that sort of thing to happen, you understand? But more than likely, this person is, you know, black or white British and that. Black and white British parents are not fucking that strict to be kicking you out. So more than likely, you're being a bit of a nuisance. More than likely, you're smoking weed. You're coming in at 3 in the morning with the munchies, almost burned down the fucking house. There's more to that story there. Just like when you see certain homeless people sleeping on the streets. If you see a homeless person sleeping on the street, yeah, unless there's some asylum seeker immigrant from another country, then I don't know. I'm saying, you see a homeless person sleeping on the street, you have to think to yourself, right, your mum, your dad, brother, sister, auntie, uncle, grandma, granddad, cousins, all of those people that you know, none of them would rather see you on their living room floor. All of them would rather see you out on the streets. That's what when you're homeless, that's the message that you're putting out there. Everyone that you've ever fucking met, you basically alienated them. Yeah, they don't want you in their house. Now, why do they want you in your? Why do they not want you in their house? Well, you probably have a drug addiction. Yeah, you got a crackhead or a drug addict in your house. Well, of course you're gonna have problems. You probably have an alcohol addiction. You probably are, yeah, just seriously heavily unemployed. Obviously, no one wants anyone who's not doing nothing in their house. Imagine you have your own house. I'm not talking about whether you own it or you're renting, but you have a fixed abode and you take in someone that's been kicked out. Imagine you come home from work at 6 p.m. and this person's like just dossing around the house, you know, or imagine you have a day off work. You know, you leave the house for a few hours, you come back and it's 1 p.m. and they're still sleeping on the sofa. And the living room stinks because they ain't open up no windows and that. It's gonna piss you off. And they're just sitting there, they're not contributing, and they're just eating out the fridge. Of course you want to kick their fucking ass out. So there's always more to the story. I've never heard in my whole life, my 32 years of existence, I'm not saying this ain't possible. But what I'm saying is I've never heard in my 32 years of existence anyone getting kicked out because they failed their GCSEs. No way. No way. Obviously, my mum is one person and she doesn't speak for the whole of Britain. But I even got unofficially expelled from school when my mum was in Jamaica. I didn't get kicked out of the house. I phoned my mum when she was in Jamaica. Here's me, mum. Listen, it's only 2 weeks before study leave, so it ain't that bad. Yeah, I only had 2 weeks to go. She's like, what? Huh? Like, they basically expelled me from school. Yeah, they said don't come back until GCSEs. Mama was in Jamaica. To be fair, I didn't even get in no trouble because it's like, what are you really gonna learn 2 weeks before study leave? You know what I mean? So I didn't get in trouble.